What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Brotanical Garden, episode 19.
In this episode, we talk about women delusions and mafia intrusions.
Hope you enjoy it.
See ya! Oh.
Coming up in this week's episode.
Yeah, so I got fired from umpiring, didn't even start.
Now Marias is claiming that the doll cheated on her and the relationship is in shambles.
Ghost ruined their honeymoon because he didn't pay for shit.
That's when you totally look like a Jedi.
So did you know that there was other mafias?
No, I didn't know
I had
that
no
existed.
idea. Hey, man.
Hey, dude.
Hey, do you want to do a podcast today?
Sure, let's do a podcast today.
All right, roll it.
Welcome to the Brotanical Garden. To ensure nourishment to the saplings, make sure you spread your seed.
Okay, let's talk about your week, dude.
My week?
Yeah,
Okay.
how'd it go?
I have a story for you.
Okay, let's hear it.
So, I don't think I've told you this. I think maybe I have, but I'm gonna be an official umpire. So back in like episode 7 or
Yeah,
something.
that's a good guess.
You know, yeah, it's a good
Yeah.
guess. I'm not looking at it or anything, but
I
I don't see the thumbnail with me with the mask on.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm gonna be an umpire, like an official umpire for like all the schools in my area for high school baseball.
That's high.
In middle school. Yeah, so the reason I came across it because like it's free cash, dude. It's like
Yeah.
umpiring is pretty
Easy
easy.
money.
I mean,
Good
and
money.
like I enjoy the game, and so we had the first meeting on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's scheduled
that
for
go?
5:30. So I get there. It's like the first meeting of the season or the year or whatever.
Yeah.
I get there at 5:30. It's at this like old, it almost feels like a school or something. I don't know. It's some city ran building. But I get there and there's probably like 30 to 35 people, and I'm the youngest. There's a couple people like probably around my age, but I'm
Yeah.
definitely the youngest in there. So I know one person in there. He's like the guy that I contacted. Like I grew up playing with his son
Gotcha.
in baseball, so like I knew he was an umpire, and I'd asked him last year, but it was already too late.
He was the
So-
link. Okay.
He was the link. So I'm sitting next to him, and the first thing said in the meeting is from the president of this meeting. It's this older gentleman. I'm sure he's good. He means well, but first thing he talks about is us going on a strike.
Oh my
Like
gosh.
the whole the umpires of our area was going to go on strike and not just like, not call games.
Yeah.
If on the premise of if they didn't get a raise or like be accommodated
Oh.
for travel. And so he was like, yeah, we sent it to the board, and the committee didn't like that we sent it straight to the board of directors and blah blah blah. And if they don't honor this, I mean, we're really gonna have to look at not as like taking a stand. And I was like, what did I sign up for? It's like immediately we're gonna go on strikes my first year. I mean, hey, I'm all for more pay. Like, go
Right.
for it, guys. But
Right. But
so that was like probably 30 minutes of it, and it's only he wanted $10 more per game. It's like it's 80 for a varsity game, and then 65 for a middle school game.
okay.
And so yeah, I mean and you do 2 games a night, and probably like
Yeah.
two or three nights a week.
Yeah. That's
So
clutch.
basically, yeah, it's over 9 weeks, and there's probably like 30 days that 30 play dates where you'll be calling games.
I was
So
gonna
in
s-
total, it's like 60 games, which is probably around $2,800 if you do strictly middle school games.
How does the hierarchy, or if it even is one, how does it work to like get a spot like that weekend or that night to actually ref? Like, is there a line of people that are trying to do it, or
So
what?
it goes by seniority. So seniority would if you've been umpiring longer, you would get more varsity games than the newer guys. So the newer
Yeah.
guys are going to get more middle school. So I'm going to get a lot of middle school games, which honestly is the freest of the free money
Yeah.
because they're hour and a half time limits, which
Oh,
is getting
yeah.
changed from last year. So last year, apparently it was 7 innings no matter what.
Gotcha.
And so that can take a while, especially if the one team's just kicking their ass.
Yeah.
So hour and a half time limit, like you're out of there in 3.5 hours with $130.
That's nice.
I mean,
That's real.
that's
real
not
good.
bad.
Yeah.
And I think I'm sure you get free concessions, so you're getting fed too. The only thing is like gas. And say that gets bumped up $10, $75 per game.
Yeah. Walking out
Yeah,
$150 in a couple hours.
150, a few hours, yeah. And
Yeah.
you're doing baseball. What's the worst that's gonna happen? You're gonna get yelled
You're
at by a mom.
So help you. You're gonna have fun. I mean, come on.
Oh no. She said I made a bad call. Shut up, Karen. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
So it's like you get out of here.
Ah! I saw a funny clip.
But
Oh, sorry. I saw super quick. I saw a funny clip of there was like a college game or something where they the ump threw out the person on like the organ playing the music. He threw him. He kicked him off. Yeah, he kicked him.
Was he like playing it during the game? Like,
so like you know how they do like up to bat noise, like you know little jingles and stuff. So I guess the ump had made a bad call and against the home team or something like that. And the organ player played Three Blind Mice, and the ump looked up. He like looked up to the very top of the stands and said, "Ah!" kicked the organ player out.
He didn't leave though, did I'm sure he just sat there.
Yeah, and
Maybe
the announcers were like, the announcers were like, "This is the first we've ever seen this," but they just kicked Kyle out of this. It was so funny.
Kyle's no longer allowed to tickle the ivories. Yeah, I mean that's probably the first ever in the history of the sport.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I cut you off. What were you saying?
So that's the first 30 minutes of the meeting is just them explaining how we may go on strike if the board doesn't honor. And it was just he was trying to explain the hierarchy, and I was just sitting there like just my head cocked, like what am I doing?
Can we
here?
just get this over with? Yeah.
Can we get this? Yeah. So eventually, the guy that is running the meeting starts, and he has a little PowerPoint, and basically he's like, "This is our schedule up until the season. Like, if you have a fee, you have a $50 fee that you have to pay, but if you come to like 5 of the meetings, your fee is waived." And I was like, "That's easy. I'm trying to make money here."
Right.
So then he goes into like the details of the gear, like what kind of gear you have to wear, and the gear is relatively expensive. Like getting started and getting into that, it's pretty expensive because you want good gear, like chest protectors and stuff, when you're behind the plate, so you don't get rocked.
Right. Definitely.
So, basically, in short, a 45-minute meeting took 2 hours.
Oh no.
Because like it wasn't very formal, so like all the people that had like they all know each other, especially the people that have been there a while. They kept chiming in, be like, "Oh yeah, Jim, don't forget about that special cup we all wear. It's called the Nutty Buddy. It's a real thing, and I'm getting one." And he's like, "Oh," and then he's like, "Oh, good point, Dale. Yeah, everyone should get a Nutty Buddy.
Make sure
because it sits different on your crotch. It's not one of the ones that tuck under. It just really support." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, we're really talking about cups,
Nutty Buddies
for
right
like
now?
10 minutes."
Oh man.
Hey, camera, stop that.
I saw that. It's like trying to not focus on you.
Because it keeps moving.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's the wrong way.
Nice. Oh, you're back.
Yeah. Dude, it's because I slammed on my desk yesterday. No reason.
Ever since? No reason.
But
Yeah,
it's been off since.
You want to talk about our newest addiction?
In a minute. Because so after that meeting, the first meeting ended an hour after, and then there was a new member meeting.
Oh, so then you got here.
I got sucked in again, dude.
Yeah.
And so they're like, "Okay, this is just like for all the new guys. If you want to ask any questions, we can kind of explain it a little bit better." And poor old Jeff, man, just this old fart that's never umpired before, was like, "Where do I get this gear? or can you elaborate, blah blah blah, and he just kept, and then they repeated the same shit. We did the whole meeting again, just talked about it.
Yeah.
And I stood up at one point because I was tired of sitting, and the guy that my link was standing next to me, and I just turned around and walked out. I said, I gotta go. Like, it's 7:30, dude. I gotta go. And he said, yeah, I'm with you. And we just walked out, didn't say a word. So we'll see this coming Wednesday because there's another meeting. If they were like, hey, you left early, that's bad. And
The meeting's over, and then and he's like, and it can Clay Moreland please stay after? I just have a couple words I want to say.
Yeah,
That'd
the
be
thing is, though,
hilarious.
is I know I recognize some of the umpires from when I played growing up.
Yeah.
And one of the main guys, I think he's the secretary, because there's a secretary.
There's a little board.
Yeah, there's
That's
a
funny.
whole panel. The secretary and I don't like him. I think he's a total conch. Take that as you will. But he looked at me whenever he was like, I had to sign in or whatever. He's like, you look familiar. Have you done this before? I was like, no. And I didn't even give him the satisfaction of knowing where I came.
It's probably better off. It's better off that way, I think.
Yeah, because I absolutely that guy's a total dick. But
yeah,
he just thinks he's all high and mighty, especially back then. But
I bet people
have to cut that. I hope he doesn't find this. That sucked.
People probably especially I think people are refs and umps and whatever sometimes because they need that sort of authority in their lives.
Oh, they love it.
To be in charge, and maybe they don't even care about the sport anymore, but they're in charge and it makes them feel good about themselves. And those are the people that usually are just dicks.
Yeah, just gets walked on by his wife as it works as a low tier pest control company. Just totally describing this guy, by the way. Because he had some no-name pest control shirt on. I was like, you're probably the secretary there too.
Yep.
I'm sorry. Next week I'm gonna come back, but so I got fired from umpiring, didn't even start.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so that's pretty much everything eventful of my week, other than I went through some shit my mom gave me, and it was some childhood little knickknacks, and I went through them, and it was good to reminisce on some stuff, and some old birthday cards I got from grandparents. Wow, it just really turned it to a more somber note, but
yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
It was my week, more or less in 10 minutes.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, duh, I got golf clubs, dude. I bought golf clubs.
Yep, that's huge.
Signed, sealed, and delivered.
Yeah.
I'm about to get on that range, dude.
Yeah, already started.
Already started.
I am really, really excited to
I'm
talk golf with you and play golf with you. And what are you excited about?
I can't wait for the first time we play a real round of golf and I just absolutely smoke you, and just the look, you're gonna be so livid. I'm gonna love it.
I would love that, that thought. I want you to keep it. I want that fire to be kindled.
Oh, you want that to be my motivation?
Yes, because it will be mine as well. I'll start sweating. You know what I mean? See,
you never see you again.
This plays into my week. So my week, I've been doing, as you know, I've been doing a complete computer overhaul. So I got everything from a new case all the way down to new hard drive storage. I switched to an M.2, which is really cool. It's really cool how they can put multiple terabytes of storage into a chip that's the size of almost the size of a DS game.
Yeah, a Cinnamon Toast Crunch. That's where I was going.
It's crazy. I don't know. Because, if you remember, old hard drives are they used to be, huge,
Yeah.
So, anyway, I've been doing a complete overhaul. I got a new, one of the RTX 3000 series graphics cards and a new everything. So, I've been constantly this week trying to, oh my gosh. It's been quite
money at that thing, huh?
I have been. I just keep telling myself it'll all be worth it because I won't have to touch it for another 5 years or whatever. And I just want to do it all right now. I want to look at this next year and be like, damn, I still have a badass computer and get all the wires all nice and neat and stuff. So that's where I've been. It's kind of pulled me away from golf though. I got to play my so we do a me and some friends from work, we do a golf tournament, golf simulator tournament that's ongoing, and he's been gone in Japan for like a month, so it finally started again. And so I went over today and did my 9 holes at Pinehurst was this week. I forget which number it was, but I did really good. I was very surprised because I hadn't swung in a while, and I feel like what's up?
So this is like an ongoing thing.
Yeah,
like, it's been going on for a month. Like a tournament, as in you all meet up at your simulator and play a round of golf.
So
and then y'all are keeping logs.
Yeah, it's all documented. So the way it's worked is, I think over the past 2 months ish, we all go over to a coworker's, my good friend's house, and he has a golf simulator in his house, in his living room. So we all go over and we play, not all at the same time, or else it would be crazy. Actually, we have done it all at the same time before. It ends up being a long night, but we do not 9 holes, and then you get your score for 9, and then that determines your handicap. And I think we talked about handicaps, but it's just a way to, we have all sorts of skill levels of golfers, and for everyone to have fun, we give each other a handicap so that we can all compete against each other, and it's fair.
Yeah, it stays competitive. Yeah. Right. So you do it. So you just go to your buddy's house, but hey man, I got to get my 9 in. Can you let me in?
Literally today, I think it was supposed to be Friday. Everyone came over, but I couldn't do that. So I texted him today. I was like, hey, can I get my 9 in? Can I come over? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, okay, I'll be there in 10 minutes. Showed up.
Did he watch you, or did
we played together?
All right, here you go.
He already did his round, so it didn't count for him today, but he just played 9 when I played 9. And Rachel and his girlfriend were out getting their nails done, and we finished our 9, and then we were like, let's just finish out. So we did 18, and he did beat me by 1 stroke. I got like an 84, and he got an 83 or something like that. But
sucks.
I played well. We had a closest
79 today. So.
Wow, that's crazy.
It was all in my head though. It was crazy.
Mental battle must have been.
It was.
I guess something funny. So he tries to throw in little fun bonuses for each week. So like on hole 7, it's a par 3. Closest to the pin gets 5 like points, and then the points get integrated somewhere in the tournament. I don't know how, but we've had that. I think
that's weird. I think the guy that's running it is like way more points than you guys.
The guy that's running it is probably the best golfer in the group, and it also doesn't help that he owns the simulator, so he uses it all the time. So that's really why handicaps come into play big time.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, there was 1 week he shot under par. He was just killing it. So, but anyway, we've done closest to the pin on like 3 par 3s on 3 separate occasions, and no one had even hit the green. Not a single person has hit the green to get closest to the pin. So and I finally today, like 175-yard par 3, I hit the green. So I got the bonus points this week. So that was huge.
Maybe you're on a comeback streak.
I feel like
you're not winning, right?
I am in second. So that's before handicaps too. So I think that I really fucked up though, because I should have thrown for the handicap, got a good handicap, and then won. And now I think I'm just gonna screw myself over.
Or hey, maybe you're about to hit a hot streak and you're just gonna start crushing it.
Who knows?
You never know.
Yeah.
So way back in the day, I would say maybe like 5 months ago, around the birth of our garden, the birth of this podcast, we had episode 3. It was our 4th of July post. or
Oh,
video podcast.
That was a good one. That was a
That was a good one. If you recall, in that video or in that podcast, we talked about a rather peculiar wedding of a woman and a rag doll. If you want to do a little flashback,
Yeah, let's get
There you
a
go.
little flashback. Probably didn't pick
I
up
already
that clap.
I already clapped.
Oh.
We can't
Should we,
clap twice.
should we do let's do a 3, 2, 1. I think it works.
Let's do a
better.
3, 2, 1.
I think
Yeah,
it actually
yeah.
only works if we both clap.
Yeah, it's not gonna be in sync, but we'll make it work.
3, 2, 1. We did it. All right, so here they are.
Oh
I'm
God!
not I'm not sure.
What is that? Why
I'm
is it? Why is it like a body pillow?
Oh,
That's all
we're
it
gonna-
is. It's a body pillow.
We're gonna mute, but yeah. So they had the whole ceremony. I mean, cake in the face, honeymoon.
Are they in a hospital?
And
What is going on?
And we're back. So, as you could see there, that we talked about that woman getting married to a rag doll. Turns out that I think they had a kid too, right?
I think so. Yeah, they
I
did.
believe they had a rag doll kid.
A
I don't know
beautiful
how
baby
that worked.
boy. Beautiful baby boy.
Beautiful baby boy. Yeah, it turns out that he cheated on her.
Oh no.
Yeah, man, he was snooping around the Toys R Us.
So do you think
Saw the new Barbie.
do you think that, like, he had a homie wheel him out on the box mover
Ooh.
to get him over
Yeah.
to the other woman's house?
Either that or she made the affair happen herself. Like, made a whole nother
Oh yeah.
doll.
She
Sat
made
them
a
both
girl,
at the kitchen
a
table.
girl doll.
No, this is exactly what happened. She made another girl doll, sat them both at the kitchen table, walked out, and then walked back in. It was like, oh
You.
my, are you serious?
You want to
And
know?
then she said, get the fuck out of my house. And then he didn't, obviously. So then she had to, it was domestic violence, dude. It was a whole thing.
I think this is, in my opinion, this is what we're dealing with here. This is what we're dealing with. So I'm thinking that this girl is like just
Out of her
needs-
fucking mind. Oh,
Well, yeah, but what's a good example?
help, therapy, better health is a good place to go.
Yeah, she could actually benefit, I think, from the Parentless Pact podcast. For counseling.
Yeah, because her kid is going through divorce right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
poor guy.
but this is totally typical. Like, well, not typical. There's nothing typical about this, but she needs attention. I think it's totally.
yeah.
I think it's totally like she's just trying to get attention, and she's doing because I mean, back in the day, people would like misbehave or fail a class to get attention from people. This
Mhm.
girl has just taken it way out of hand, and I think she got the attention she like was craving from the wedding, and that
Yeah.
all
Oh,
that
and
fizzled
I'm sure
out. It fizzled
Yeah,
out,
I'm
and
sure
now
everybody got used to it. Like in her family, it was like, oh, yeah,
Yeah,
here
like,
comes Janice with her.
we're
fucking
not
wacky
surprised. Yeah, we're not
Yeah.
surprised here.
hands.
And
Or they
I-
start actually falling for it. Like, hey, are you and Jim coming for Thanksgiving? And she's like, oh, you knew his name. You remembered. You didn't call him that fucking stupid doll you married. That's exactly what happened.
I
She was like,
wonder
wait.
if. So okay, so do you think she's actually like, I wouldn't say delusional, but
Yes.
like, do you think that like she actually thinks that it's like he can walk and talk and
Yes.
yes, you do?
Yeah, I think that she thinks she actually had intercourse and conceived a child. Yeah, and then he had an affair with
So, like,
with an anime body pillow.
as a family member, what if like say I'm her cousin and I called her
Okay.
and I was like, "Hey, like Jeff told me you guys were coming tonight." Do you think like how do you think she responds to that? Like say like I was talking to Jeff the other day and he said so do you think she gets pissed or do you think she can't get pissed because she gets caught in like the lie that she's made? You know?
I think she has to just like marvel at the fact that they are referring to him as a
Oh.
real entity.
Or do you think she loves it? You think
I think she loves it when people ask if her and Jeff are coming over for dinner, or like, hey, how are you and Jeff doing? I heard you and him got in an argument the other night.
Or I was more talking about like if a family member said that they were talking to Jeff about something that
like-
she didn't know about, how does how does she react?
Oh,
Like, would she be happy like that they're playing along, or would she be pissed that like they're kind of making fun of it?
This is how it goes. It's like, hey, Uncle John. And then Uncle John's like, hey, so I was hanging out with Jeff at the bar the other night, and he told me that y'all weren't doing very good financially. Is everything okay? And she was like, he fucking told you? That's part A, or part B is like, Uncle John, shut the fuck up. Like, obviously,
Yeah.
you didn't talk to him.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's either A or B, and I probably think that she's that fucking crazy that it's part A, to where she's like, he said that? No way.
Yeah.
So I
Oh
can't
my
believe
God.
that. Do you have a picture of like her claiming the affair?
Yeah, I have the Instagram post right here.
Like
actually.
the article?
I don't
think
actually.
there's a full article.
I don't have the article, but I have this, which is more than what
More
we
than
had.
enough.
Yeah.
He cheated on her, dude.
So you can
read
see-
that, because I can't really read it.
Yeah, I'll read it
So-
out loud.
Oh, they do have a kid.
Yeah, you top
Penny.
left. Unibrow issue, but other than that, really cute kid.
I mean, came out the womb full head of hair. I mean, that's impressive.
Mhm. So we got Marias and Marcelo had a big wedding a year ago where they invited 250 guests. Since the wedding, she's been updating the world about her relationship on TikTok. Now Marias is claiming that the doll cheated on her and their relationship is in shambles. According to Marias,
No.
the doll Marcelo lies about his acts of betrayal. She considered kicking the doll out of the house, but now decided against it.
Dude, he would have nowhere to go
Yeah.
because he can't walk. I can't believe he would lie to her, though. I mean, he's got a pretty good poker face. I'll give him that. I don't think you're not really reading any emotion off of him. He's got a.
I
How could she
actually
tell that he was lying?
I want to hear an interview from her.
I want to see her TikTok page now. Like,
I'm going to hold on.
oh, we can hit a quick Google search.
Yeah, hold on.
I'm Googling ragdoll lady TikTok. Oh my god. Okay, so her TikTok name is the Feedski. Maybe. I don't know. Woman births a ragdoll. I have her birth. Oh, just kidding. It's somebody covering it. She's Brazilian.
I really wish there was an interview about
She's
of her.
Brazilian, so it's probably in Spanish.
Nah, yeah. Well, that stinks. There's the baby. Okay, well, I couldn't find anything, unfortunately, but yeah, that's pretty good.
If she's 37.
Oh man.
Like, talk about a quarter life crisis, midlife crisis. I don't even know at that
Or
point.
maybe she just never grew up.
Well, so that all started because she didn't have a dance partner. So I think that's where the trauma really lies, is that she's more of a loner and wanted a partner, but it's definitely been taken to the extreme.
To be honest, she's like a fairly attractive woman. I don't like, there has to be something actually mentally wrong with her, like to the extreme, to where
Yeah.
this is the route she's taking.
Yeah,
so.
she's got a couple screws loose for sure.
Any
But
other
yeah.
news articles?
Well, I mean, if we're on the topic of just psychotic women that like to date or fornicate with artificial beings,
Wow, you have
I did.
more in that category?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Believe it or
pretty
not, there's
it's a
another one.
it's a pretty slim
Um,
category there.
so actually, there's this artist. I'm not even joking. Her name is Bro Cardi,
Bro
not
Cardi?
Bacardi. Bro Cardi, which honestly, great name for a podcast.
Yeah, I like
If
it.
if you just do a drunk podcast, Bro Cardi is amazing. So but obviously it's probably copywritten. I believe it's a German singer, maybe songwriter,
Okay.
uh, poet, performer, all of the above. But she's
Someone
nuts.
s-
I think.
oh,
Would go ahead.
sounds like she has her like it definitely wouldn't be.
What are you doing, dude?
Sorry, I had an itch in my belly button. Kind of looks like I'm touching my
Yeah, it
wazanker.
looks like you're readjusting the boys. Didn't
Um,
I didn't know
but
if you knew that you could be seen right there.
yeah, I can. It probably looks
Oh,
bad.
she's from the UK. Sorry. So actually, uh, she claimed she married a ghost.
She claims she did, or like
No, sorry, she married a ghost.
she married a ghost. Really?
Yeah, and so all the controversy, she's being very vocal and upset about the fact that the ghost ruined their honeymoon because he didn't pay for shit. So, I mean,
This is
that
another one of
ghost.
those like I wonder if it's an attention thing or just a severe mental issue.
Okay, with this one, I feel like there's two ways to look at it. One, she's already, oh my God, she has a song that's called Haunted. That's hilarious. I bet it's a love song towards that ghost.
Yeah.
But
Oh
she
man.
is a singer and like performer, songwriter, so it's either a publicity stunt, which is honestly very genius, or she's actually that crazy.
Yeah.
Could be a mixture of both, but she had a wedding with a ghost, so it may be just a whole marketing facade like strategy. And I mean, good for her. Her name's out there, Brocardi, which great name still. I think that's better than the ghost. She should get a deal with Buckardi, you
I
know?
have I have another one from
Yeah.
Instagram
So there it
here.
is.
So I'll read it out again. Obviously it says here, woman who married a ghost woman who married a ghost claims he ruined their honeymoon by making her pay for everything. Well, no shit.
What a
Let's read.
what a dick.
Singer and songwriter Brocardi, who tied the knot to her ghost lover on Halloween this year, went to Barry
Fitting.
Island for their honeymoon. However, she was disappointed on her honeymoon due to his unpredictable nature. Probably because you married a fucking ghost. She said not only he.
Well, I don't. So, can he really travel? I don't think ghosts travel well. I think they're really usually confined to like one building or
Tied
like
down to a
area.
building.
So,
Yeah.
how does she know if he was there or not?
I mean, who are we to say anything about the ghostly world? Surely Brocardi knows a lot more than we do about this. Right?
Yeah, yeah,
I mean,
for sure. Yeah.
um, so she said not only would he not pay for anything, but he started wrestling her on the beach to be romantic while she was having her ice cream, and it went all over her instead. Which apparently
what
she was
really
not
happened
happy.
there?
Um,
So what really happened there? Did she just drop her ice cream on herself and be like, and then she smacks the air like she's trying to hit him?
so
Or
okay,
is she just rolling in the sand, like
So there's-
playing make believe? Is that happening?
so there's definitely people that think they are haunted, right? Like, know?
Yeah.
and I don't know. It's probably a kind of a hot conversation on like if you believe in ghosts and if you don't believe in ghosts.
No, here it is.
How do you?
This is her inspiration.
Okay.
Just this one song lyric, and it's "Do you believe in life after love?" and that's all I have to say. That's where she got her.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I think that's the birth of her lover. Do you believe in life after love?
So, like,
What's the rest of that song?
okay, so here's a question. Do you believe in ghosts?
I'd say yes.
I would say yes. But also I'm not sure. Like I can't fully okay, here's the thing. I have not experienced anything. Therefore, it's very hard for me to fully believe that they
Wow,
exist.
you're a seer, not a believer.
With ghosts.
Okay, so
I
are
don't know.
are you still talking about like physical, like you can see a figure or a ghost? Or are you talking like just paranormal activity?
Yeah, maybe not seeing them, but like say like a can falls off of your desk and there's nothing.
Oh, I believe that. I get them on my TikTok sometimes. Like
Okay.
ring cams or like baby monitor cameras, like doors opening, kids getting pushed is a crazy one.
So you do believe in that though. You do believe in like
Yes.
paranormal activity. Okay, do you want
Yes,
to hear
absolutely.
well, I'll hold the story for just a second. But maybe
Holding.
if you do believe in that sort of thing, maybe this woman experiences paranormal activity often because she lives in like a house that's whatever. And
Yeah.
all of these things happen. And so maybe she's kind of, I'm not trying to justify her by any means, but maybe she's going crazy because of all the paranormal activity happening in her house. And she just says, I'm going to marry the person or the thing or whatever is happening. Like,
Yeah, like I mean, there's a lot of old buildings and houses in the UK. Maybe she had this paranormal activity, yeah, and then in her mind she befriended the ghost.
and
Um,
then,
I mean, honestly, she needs to really keep an eye on him for an affair because he's really hard to
yeah,
keep track of.
that's true. He could go behind her back and she would not even know.
Yeah, I mean, and she may like she probably thinks she could see right through it, and that's because she can.
Yeah.
So
This
I wonder what that
honestly
ghost. What?
completely opposite side of playing fields here where Jeff, he can't even fucking move. He can't walk he can't get out of the house easy at all. But this ghost, I mean, he can't even be seen. So
Yeah, I mean, he can try. I hope she bought like an extra plane ticket or bus ticket to go to their honeymoon.
yeah.
I mean, that's why she's upset because she's paying double for everything. No way she sits at a table or like goes in. It's like for two. And it's like and then the waiter comes. It's like should we wait for your?
I mean, there's definitely a
Uh,
chance that's
That's definitely happened. Absolutely.
yeah.
So yeah.
So
Yikes.
I'm gonna okay.
Yeah, I'm done with her.
Yeah, me too.
Wow, I can't
I
believe we
wouldn't
spent like half an hour talking about crazy people.
I wouldn't say that it's a sensitive story, but I've never fully believed in paranormal activity or anything until recently. And
Did you have one?
yeah, kind of. I didn't, but Rachel did. And I trust in Rachel because she's never been one to like be super into ghosts
Yeah,
and
she
stuff
doesn't
like that.
seem very superstitious. If
And if
anything,
something
just a little stitious.
a little like yeah, like
Not superstitious,
but
just a
not
little.
anti-stitious, you know.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah. We're on TV time, by the way.
okay, let's move it over. So, the other day actually, this is kind of weird. So the other day, actually the night of my proposal when I proposed to her, we went
Yeah.
over to my grandpa's house, and like about a year ago, lost my grandma, and so that night we were celebrating the proposal, and we had her family over and my family over at my grandpa's house, and she went to like the back computer room to FaceTime her friends and tell them about how excited she was and whatnot.
Yeah.
And she felt someone tap her shoulder. And she turned around and no one was even in the room. Like the door was closed.
Whoa.
And so for me, like,
And you don't believe?
I don't think that Rachel would make that up. And I have not really believed. Either. I never like really believed in that sort of stuff until then. And now I'm thinking like, wow, that's happened.
100% your grandmother like acknowledging the event in the moment. Event.
Yeah. Is that crazy or what?
That is why I have chills. That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's almost like a precious like thing to me. So like I almost struggled even saying it on the podcast because it's so like I haven't told my parents or my grandpa about any of it because I don't know how they're gonna feel. I don't know how they're gonna feel about that.
Yeah, like are they gonna be
like okay, come on? I don't know how they feel about those sorts of things.
I don't think they would. I think that they would almost be moved by it.
Yeah.
Like just to know that because that moment's so special in itself.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that like, a year ago, was it around the same time? I think it was.
I think it was
right?
I think it's just over a year now. So
yeah, so like it's around the same time frame, like family, everybody was together. There's a lot of positive energy in that house, and like the thing that they always say about ghosts and paranormal activities, it comes from like energy just in general, just like within the air, like in the space. That's how they can be able to do physical, tangible things in the real world, apart from the afterlife. So I think with all that positive energy and like just so many people in that house, and that's so wild. Because I believe it 100%.
It's so wild, man. Yeah.
And maybe it's not even that your grandmother's a ghost. She's an angel.
Right. I'd really hope so.
Yeah. So she just came down and just let Rachel know that she approved. Either that or she tapped on her shoulder to just rock her shit. But I wonder, maybe she ran out of juice. Like those parody movies to like Paranormal Activity and stuff. What is it? Scary Movie?
Scary Movie and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's totally a scene from that. She just taps on Rachel and just. Oh, that's crazy. Was anybody on FaceTime with her when it happened?
I'd have to ask. My guess is Natalie would have been on there.
Yeah, she had to have like said something in that moment.
Okay, I need to move to this screen to do what I'm trying to do, but continue.
If I was her, I would have ran out freaking out. Like somebody just tapped my shoulder, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, it would have been the way she told me too. She was just like so like casual and yeah, she's like I felt her like tap my shoulder like I did.
Whoa,
like
she said her?
Well, no, she said I felt somebody tap my shoulder is what she said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. So what you doing? Oh, I think I know.
Yeah. So I wanted to. Go ahead and introduce this.
Yeah. So, you said you hadn't seen it when I told you about this yesterday. Correct?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Okay, so I don't know how it came to be, but let me gather my thoughts. So
yeah, gather your thoughts.
Gathering. So what? I'd been seeing this, obviously AI and stuff has really picked up in the past year.
Yeah.
Just with people making AI generated songs where it makes it listen to like 1,000 hours of a certain genre and then it writes its own songs.
Mm-hmm.
Or just people typing in just keywords like outer space, super cool, supernova, and then AI generates artwork. So the one that's been going around in my I guess social media space, a lot of people that I follow that I know have been posting these kind of portraits or like avatars that are AI generated. So it's AI generated art where you submit selfies of yourself and then you pay a small fee of like $3.99 or something, and then AI will generate in different like categories just like these pictures for you. And so I did this yesterday, and I kind of regret picking the selfies that I did because I didn't know what to expect. So I
Yeah.
picked some like. Also, I don't take pictures like or selfies really, so I didn't have very many. It was very slim pickings, and I also had to take one on the spot, so I had enough. So, and it's weird. It only wants one face. It doesn't like two. So I submitted one of me and you, and it actually accepted it.
Yeah.
So with that being said, some of these AI generated artworks look like me and you combined.
Yeah.
Or like there's some of them with me and you. I think there's like one or two.
Yeah, some of them I've seen some of these, and some of them like I think they give you like my beard in some of them.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
so,
some of them have your hairstyle, and then other
Yeah.
ones it's like your eyes, but the rest of it's me, or
Yeah.
like your chin, and like I don't know. It's really interesting. So
want to take a look?
yeah. Let's look at some of them. There's like 50 of them. So
Let me real time edit.
real time edit. That's my Discord tag. Don't come for me. So this is like I said with the genres or whatever, it was like mystical, cosmic, astronaut was one of them, anime was one of them, and I think like sci-fi, just all that kind of like.
Let's go through these. So this is the first one.
I think this is the cosmic line.
Dude, it's just crazy.
So that one there is definitely your hairstyle.
Mm-hmm.
With a little bit of our face. I don't
Definitely your facial hair there.
Yeah.
Like yeah. That's you, but with the
like
shape of my head. It's like the shape of my head, but but you have a skinnier head than that.
That's definitely your jawline.
Oh my gosh. It's funny because they're all you, but it's just something is off, you know?
Yeah. Which that may also be the AI part. That one's just demonic.
That one's yeah.
That one's weird as well. See, that one looks kind of like me. That one.
This one looks like if you did a country album.
Okay.
Like you got the
maybe.
I don't know. I could see it. Like just you.
Like the blue collar kind of deal.
Yeah, I don't know. What is that?
That's supposed to be like my hand. Because you'll see at the bottom of this, I put the submission pictures. And so like this facial expression, it'll be very apparent why that like in most of these, I have like very scrunched eyebrows and like crinkles in between my eyebrows. This one too. It's because of one of the submission pictures I sent.
Gotcha.
Which was me getting drilled in the mouth by a softball. So that picture with bloody mouth is what I submitted.
This one you totally look like a Jedi.
Yeah, exactly. I look like a Jedi in that one.
That one's from the bloody.
That's why it made my lips so red.
Dude. Okay, we got to keep going. We have a lot more to go through.
Yeah, so that one may be because of the two-tone.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
There's our rock album.
Yeah.
Because that one's definitely you, but with a hint of me.
Right.
It's very weird. That one
does not look like either of us.
I think that one's from the anime line.
Gotcha.
I think these next few are anime
like a child.
But they're not like big-eyed anime, which is kind of interesting.
This one's funny.
And this one's Cyborg. Next few.
That's definitely from the picture of the bloody lip. That one looks very familiar.
Every single one that has my eyebrow scrunched is from that one photo. Same with the mouth thing, which is so weird. That's you.
Yeah.
That's just straight up you. That's because we had those blue glasses on.
Yeah, no, that's what I was gonna say. That's my beard.
Giga Chad.
Just the poof at the end of my beard. That's
just a Giga Chad. Some
Dude.
Super Saiyan hair. I'm a Viking in that one.
Play snow.
Just Norse god. And I sent that.
Oh, here we go. Okay, so these are the selfies.
This is the submissions. So that first one is the one I took real time. I don't know if it took this one, but I definitely submitted it. There's that one. So I shrunk that one down, I believe. That one was just a straight up. That's like an ID picture or something.
There's the crinkled eyebrows.
Yeah, crinkled eyebrows, and then that's the one where it took your inspiration.
That's awesome.
So
Let's go
yeah,
through which one your favorite is. We're just gonna go quickly through.
the Jedi one, that astronaut one you just passed was pretty cool.
This one?
No, the astronaut where I'm like literally
This
in
one.
that. I
Yeah,
think
it's
that one's
sick.
funny.
That one's sick.
The one of me in a blue suit looking.
This one is a very good combination of both of us.
It's very creepy. It creeps me out.
This one, like, it looks super realistic, and it's both of us. I can definitely see both of us in that one. That's great.
It's just
This one's
so
kind of
weird.
cool because it's definitely not you at all, but
It's like Japanese me.
Yeah, it looks like your brother or something.
It's like my Asian brother.
Yeah. Okay, quickly.
Yeah, so
this one is so detailed. That one is.
I
Crazy.
know. It's like some of them are like pastel. I like that one. I look like a prophet.
Yeah, it looks like you have kind of like purple eyeshadow on too. It looks like
It
you're like
has a very blue tint.
like a rocker.
I like that one.
This one,
Like I
you're
may
like
make that one my profile picture just cause.
Clay Kennedy. In this
I think
one.
it looks most like me, but I'm also snapping my neck.
Yeah, I need to do this. Next
It's
episode, I'm gonna do it for me, and we're gonna look at all those.
That first one is also you and I.
Yeah, no, for sure, absolutely.
Definitely your butt chin.
Yeah, nice.
Nice. So, just completely switching gears. A guy at work told me this story. He was in California like a couple months ago,
Okay.
and you've heard like Southern California, like probably San Diego area, maybe even more south than that.
Okay.
He was staying at a friend's house, so their friends live in some, pretty nice neighborhood, this and that, and their house got broken into
Oh no.
while they were in California, but not at the house.
Well,
So
that's okay. I would much rather not be home if my house got broken
absolutely.
into.
But it turns out it was intentional that they weren't home. So have you heard of like you've obviously heard of the mafia in New York, back in the day when the mafia ran everything, and they're primarily stereotyped as Italian, right?
Uh-huh.
Or maybe like they are Italian, like
Yeah.
the Italian mafias in New York. Yeah. So in Southern California, there's actually the Chilean mafia. So from Chile.
Chile?
Yeah,
Nice.
so they come up from South America, from Chile into Southern California, and it's the Chilean mafia. Their name is like I'm not even gonna try to say it.
Okay, but
because
it's
it's Spanish, but
Okay.
it's Spanish for Chilean spears.
Mm.
So it's their version of the mafia, and it is known by the FBI and kind of like by the world governments that they are like the world's best thieves.
Big
So
dogs.
what they'll do is they're very professional, like hide in plain sight kind of deal, and they'll basically stalk you. They'll take tabs and watch your house and see what time of the day you're gone, what time do you come home, how long you're gone from your house in that time span.
Jeez.
They'll keep tabs on
Yeah.
you for like a week or so, and then whenever they feel comfortable that they can hit your house and take everything, they'll do it. And so he was telling me about this, and he said that all they did was went to the back door, bust one little tiny pane window, unlock the door, and they just ransacked the house. But it wasn't like thrown apart like you'll see in a movie. Everything it looked normal, but like jewelry boxes open, or this cabinet door's open, or like TV's gone, like obvious stuff like that. But it's not like everything's thrown across the room.
Wow.
So did you know that there was other mafias?
No, I didn't know
I had
that
no
existed.
idea.
That's
Yeah.
really like, I'm not gonna say that's cool, but like it kind of like, from a movie, it sounds like a fun mass movie to watch,
Yeah, it would be a cool movie because it's like usually these the way they get into it is like they're kids and like they don't have a lot of money, like their home life is in Chile, I'm sure it's not the most wealthy country, as opposed to America and whatnot. So they kind of, have you seen Oliver Twist? It's like
Sounds so
a
familiar.
play. It's a play, also turned into a movie. Well, basically, it's about these orphans that get trained by this one guy to be pickpockets, and then they all pickpocket stuff and sell it to make a living, to be able to eat.
Gotcha.
So it's very similar for these kids that get kind of adopted into this mafia as they grow up as pickpockets. They learn the trade, the ways of the Chilean spears, and then I'm sure they get smuggled into the States, and that's how they get probably most of their profits is, stealing from Americans and then shipping it back to Chile.
That is crazy. That's
Yeah,
a
so
super cool story. So was there any, I mean,
Just sarcasm?
no.
Oh.
Was there any so how'd they
know it was the Chilean mafia?
well,
Because
yeah,
they did
I
it
guess.
so clean. It was just one paint.
So, right.
It's not like the door was kicked in. They knew that they were gone. It's not like it was
Yeah.
the middle of the night, which it was the middle of the day is when the house got hit.
Yeah.
Because they were gone from the house. It's not like some idiot is breaking in your window while you're sleeping at 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm sure in their area there's probably it's almost known that
I think
that area is populated with that, whatever.
Yeah,
So-
like your house is a potential threat because nicer neighborhood, this and that.
Location and yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad no one is injured.
Yeah.
Sucks for all the losses they probably took there, but I mean,
Yeah, how do you file
I'm
that
sure it's
police-
definitely thousands of dollars.
Yeah, you go to the cops. It's like, hey, my house got robbed. So okay, let's start a report. How'd they get in? So you see, they just chiseled out a tiny little hole in the glass, and then they picked the lock, and then they immediately go like, "Oh, Chilean mafia, they got you, man." I mean, these guys are like ghosts. We can't even find them. Sorry, see ya.
Yeah.
And they send you on your way. I mean,
Yeah, and I'm
if
sure,
you're recognized worldwide by the FBI and other world governments,
There's
I mean,
not
you're
much
pretty
you
damn
can
good.
do. Yeah,
yeah.
as a person who got robbed, there's not much you can do there. They should just take it
I
as
guess you just go up
a
to
good
every person
story.
that you think. Yeah, you just go up to every person you think is from Chile and question them.
Yeah, but then you don't even want to do that though.
No, not at all.
Bro, then you
Because
just die.
he could be Mexican, could be Brazilian, and then you just look like an asshole. And then you actually get the
Yeah.
Chilean that robbed your house, and he just guts you on the spot.
Yeah.
Which I don't think that's their thing, though.
No, I
'Cause
don't.
they-
But still, I think that there would be bad repercussions from
Yeah. No,
determining
you go
who robbed your house. That's not what you want to do, I don't think.
on your own merit. Yeah, you definitely have to get some authoritative people involved.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that was my random fun fact of the day.
We have started, and I'm sure you have heard of this game, but the new Warzone 2, we have started to play a lot of. What were you thinking I was going to say? What's our newest addiction other than that?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say golf. Again,
Oh, no.
that's been your addiction though, and I'm not addicted yet. So I guess I was
Yeah.
wrong in thinking that.
Let me just preface by saying we don't like the game. It's a bad
Nope.
game.
It's horrible.
But we're having a lot of fun playing the game right now. That
Well,
may
honestly, we
sound
play any-
counterintuitive, but I mean, just get a good battle royale in our hands and all of our friends that play it, and we're gonna have a fun time.
So I will give it this though. The gunplay is fun.
Yeah.
The way the
Yeah.
guns interact is pretty fun. I think the recoil for assault rifles is pretty adequate, good enough to where you're not shooting somebody 200 yards away accurately.
Yeah.
So I think the gunplay
They
is
fixed
really,
that really well.
really, really good, really fleshed out. But it's just it's the core of the game is good. Everything surrounding it, bad. Such
Mhm.
as connectivity issues, all the different little graphical glitches. Because last night we were playing till 2 a.m. drunk off tequila. That's besides the point. But for 3 games in a row, I was having graphical errors. So every little wooden box looked like a purple, like matrix cube.
Wow.
Yeah,
and,
it was chaotic for me to even mention it. But
always just like server crashes, dev errors is what we've been getting to. And like it's just like kind of going with my new
if you
computer
don't
build.
play Warzone, I'm sorry. I'm sure you're very lost.
It's just not optimized at all. Like, well, sorry, I
No.
just jumped right back. But like, the game for what it is should not perform this bad on PCs.
It's $1 billion company.
I can't speak for console. I don't play console, but
The game's unfinished.
even people that have the best possible gear you can buy in their PC are still getting very, very low frame rates compared to other games that they also play that are the same, like, you know.
I average probably 70 to 80. And then I'll turn around and play like Overwatch and I'm getting 250.
Yeah.
It's like there's arguably more happening on the screen in that game at one time than Warzone.
And it just feels like, for Overwatch as an example, it just feels crisp. It feels snappy. And this game just feels like you are ahead of every movement that you're making. And I thought that was my computer, and it was partially because it was an old computer. But even with everything new, it's not like that. It just doesn't feel optimized. So
it's not. It's very unfinished.
But I will say, if you are someone that would be interested in playing with us, let us know, because we.
Oh my God, that'd be such a fun stream that nobody would come to.
Yeah. Well, people would at least have it there to watch later.
Well, I mean, I guess to more incentivize that, it is free.
It is free.
Costs nothing.
And I think that they probably put their priorities into, like their pro scene and their multiplayer and stuff like that. No,
they don't. No, it's the complete opposite.
They put more effort into Warzone?
Yes. Warzone's the moneymaker.
Okay.
Absolutely. The pro scene is completely neglected. They've been trying to get rid of shit for years. And like the way the game, the multiplayer, like the spawns work and stuff, it's atrocious for like a competitive integrity game. It was the same way in 2019. And as soon as Warzone started, like the competitive pro scene with Call of Duty has never had a good relationship with the developers, just because the developers listen, but the developers have somebody over their head that say yes or no, and that person usually always says no, or it falls through this or that. Ever since Warzone came out, that connection between competitive and developers has become almost non-existent. It's really tough to watch because their little professional Call of Duty league, which is like it was $25 million buy-in for each organization when the league first came to be.
Yeah.
And there's no way anybody's making money. It's the biggest scam or like rip-off probably in modern history. In esports history, absolutely, dude. It is such a flop. Yeah. It's such a flop. Like I can't even watch it anymore just because
you feel
the
bad.
Games have gotten progressively worse. No, the games have gotten progressively worse, and like just the production compared to something like Halo. I've been on this rant before, but
yeah. Well, anyway, we just needed that 5 minutes and we pushed it over. So let's go ahead and pinch it off. Push it off. Let's pinch it off here. I had a blast this episode. I'm not gonna lie.
Low key, I forgot I was on camera at some points in this video, so I may have gotten a good bat out of the cave 1 or 2 times. I don't know. That's for you to decide. So go back and watch it. I also make a bunch of funny faces that I forgot I was making because I forgot I was on camera.
Yeah. Also, if you're someone that watches and not just listens, tell me how many times I yawned in this video, because I noticed myself yawning. I'm going to say it was definitely over 4 times that I yawned this episode, and I don't know why, because I'm lively.
I'll take the under.
Yeah, so go ahead. Let me know in the comments if you do watch, and if you do, I'll shout you out next episode.
Doing?
I'm feeling my collarbone. I don't know. I'm holding it. Anyway, pinching it off, you guys.
I'm pushing it out.
Yeah, that's all we got.
Like that. No. I like that. Do you like
what?
that?
Pinching it
You
off
say,
and pushing
all right,
it out.
let's pinch it off and push it out. Because we're pushing out the content to the.
Yeah. Pinch it off, push
Ooh.
it out.
No, but you say one part and then the other person says the other.
Okay, we want to practice real quick?
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and pinch it off.
And let's push it out. That's bad. No, we can't do that.
It sounded so bad.
Hey,
Let's try this. Let's try this. When I start to say pinch it off, that's when you start saying push it out, okay?
Oh, okay, because the delay. Okay,
Mhm.
okay.
Okay, ready?
Go.
All right, guys, we're going to pinch it off.
Let's push it out. That's hard. That's hard to talk while you're talking.
All right, guys, I'll take
Let's
okay.
Yeah. Holy shit, dude.
I think I'm sexually attracted to collarbones, and I just didn't want to say it.
I can't wait to find out what ghost dick is like.
Collarbone? I hardly even know her.
Oh, okay. 3, 2, 1, 5.